Welcome to this explainer. If you've ever needed to run a background check, track a local legal proceeding, or maybe you're just looking to satisfy your curiosity for educational purposes, knowing exactly how to access public records, it's an incredibly powerful tool. Having this kind of knowledge literally allows you to engage with your local government, and it ensures transparency. So today, we're going to focus on exactly how you can navigate these systems right here in Citrus County, Florida. Okay, let's dive right into this.
But hey, before we get into all the modern digital databases, I actually have a quick historical question for you. Did you know a Citrus County clerk was once literally kidnapped while sitting in his own office chair?
I know, it sounds crazy, but the story of clerk W.C. Zimmerman is absolutely wild. Back between 1887 and 1900, the county decided they were going to move the county seat from Manfield over to Inverness. Well, Zimmerman, he outright refused to recognize the vote. While the old courthouse was quite literally being dismantled around him, he just sat stiffly at his desk and wouldn't yield. So what did they do? The crowd simply loaded the clerk, still sitting in his chair, mind you, onto a wagon and physically relocated him to the new courthouse. It's a hilarious anecdote for sure, but it brilliantly illustrates the incredible history and passion behind the clerk's office. Thankfully for us today, you don't need a horse and wagon to access these records, you just need a little bit of know-how.
Okay, so here is our roadmap for today. First, we're going to look at the Citrus Court system. Second, searching online with Score S. Third, visiting the courthouse. Fourth, understanding your results. Fifth, challenges and solutions. And finally, number 6, accuracy and legal limits.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the Citrus Court system, and what's actually on the record.
So, the absolute crucial point here is understanding what kinds of cases actually exist within the Citrus County system in the first place. The clerk of the circuit court and comptroller, they maintain the records for a really wide variety of courts. First up, we've got the criminal court. This handles everything from your serious felonies all the way down to misdemeanors, plus criminal traffic offenses. Think things like DUIs or reckless driving. Then there's the civil court, and that's actually divided into circuit, county, and small claims. This is where you're going to find your lawsuits, evictions, foreclosures, that sort of thing. We also have the Unified Family Court, which covers divorces, child support, and domestic relations. And finally, there's probate and guardianship, which handles wills, estates, and the protection of vulnerable adults. Honestly, knowing which court handles what is your very first step in narrowing down your search.
Moving right along to Section 2, searching online with Scores, which is your digital gateway.
Okay, so the primary system you'll be utilizing is called SCORUS. This stands for the Secure Courts Online Record Search System. It is the main digital mechanism for retrieving and reviewing court case files in Citrus County. And this system brilliantly illustrates the county's commitment to transparency, because completely anonymous public users can query indexes and general dockets for free. No way around it, that's a real game changer. You don't even need to create an account. It's available to you right now, directly from your computer or smartphone.
So how exactly do you use it? Well, it's remarkably straightforward and frankly, designed to be really user-friendly. Step 1. Just go to the official website at www.citrusclerk.org. Step 2, right there on the homepage, you're going to click on the link that says Court Record Search, and it'll have SCORSS in parentheses. Step 3, once you're actually in the system, simply enter the last and first name of the person or entity in the search criteria. And Step 4, just click the search button. That is literally all it takes to query the index and see if there are any open or closed court cases associated with that specific name.
Now here's a common trap that a lot of beginners fall into, so listen up. You absolutely must know the difference between Scores and Landmark Web. You see, you use Scores exclusively for court cases, so the criminal, civil, traffic, and family dockets we were just talking about. However, because the clerk is also the county recorder, they maintain a totally separate database called the Landmark Web Official Records Search. You use Landmark Web for county executive records. We're talking property deeds, mortgages, tax deeds, stuff like that. If you mix these two up, it's like looking for a needle in the entirely wrong haystack.
That brings us to Section 3, visiting the courthouse for in-person searches. Look, while the online tools are fantastic, there are definitely practical scenarios where an in-person search might be necessary. Maybe you need older records, like stuff prior to 1980 that just isn't fully digitized yet, or maybe you just prefer some face-to-face assistance from a deputy clerk. If so, Citrus County offers 2 primary physical locations. You've got the main Inverness Courthouse located at 110 North Apopka Avenue, and then you have the West Citrus Government Center, which is at 1540 North Meadowcrest Boulevard over in Crystal River. Both of these facilities are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, and a quick heads up, if you do go in person, absolutely make sure to bring a valid, government-issued photo ID. That just ensures you can access files or request copies without any unexpected hiccups.
Speaking of copies, if you are visiting in person and you actually need physical copies of the court documents you pull up, this is a highly actionable detail to remember. Standard copies of the courthouse, they cost exactly $1 per page. Furthermore, if you need those copies officially certified by the clerk, which is pretty common, you often need that if you're presenting them for a job application or some other legal proceeding, it'll cost you an additional $2 per certified document.
Okay, let's jump to Section 4, Understanding Your Results. We're talking dockets and jargon. When you pull up a docket, which by the way is simply the official summary of proceedings, you're going to see terms like plaintiff, the person bringing the case, and defendant, the one being accused or sued. But beyond that basic jargon, you really need to know what you cannot see. Once you execute your search, the absolute most important concept to ground your expectations is understanding what sealed records are. By definition, sealed or expunged records are court files that are legally restricted. They are not disclosed to the general public. Because these records are completely hidden from standard public view, you should never use the basic online index search as a definitive official background check. You're literally only seeing what the law legally allows the public to see.
Which naturally leads us to Section 5, Challenges and Solutions. What happens when you're hitting a wall in your research?
Let's say you're looking for specific restricted information. Maybe it's a capias or an active bench warrant, and the online system just isn't giving you what you need. Don't worry, the clerk's office actually provides some very concrete alternative solutions. First off, if you have legal representation, just contact your attorney for further information. If you happen to be on probation, you should check directly with your probation officer. If you just need your driving history, you can view your official driving record right through the state website at flhsmv.gov. And finally, if you need a really thorough, certified background check for employment or tenancy, you can just submit a formal court history record search request form directly to the clerk's office.
And our final stop today, Section 6, Accuracy and Legal Limits. It is time to talk about playing by the rules. Look, we must strongly emphasize the ethical and privacy laws surrounding public records. So I am going to read this required professional disclaimer really quickly just to ensure we're all on the exact same page regarding the boundaries of this explainer. This explainer is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Efforts have been made to ensure the accuracy of content at the time of creation. Laws and procedures may change, and it is recommended to consult a legal professional or the Citrus County Clerk's Office for current guidance. Use of this information is at your own risk.
And that wraps up our structured guide on navigating the Citrus County court records. You know, local transparency really is an incredible resource when you know how to use it. Now, I would absolutely love to hear from you. What surprising things have you discovered while researching public records? Let me know your thoughts, and please share any of your own research tips down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more explainers that empower you with this kind of knowledge. Thanks so much for joining me today, and hey, happy researching!